Oh, let's talk about Bloomberg.
Here we go.
Friends of Bloomberg are here.
Hello, Bloombergers.
Hey, if you do like Bloomberg, you can be making $2,500 a month right now. Just post about him on Facebook.
This is the United States, and you get to pick between a racist oligarch and a racist oligarch with a D by his name that he added recently. Isn't that great? And by the way, just so you know, Trump and Bloomberg have been friends since they met at the first cross burning. You know that. Yeah.
I get it. I got that.
It's almost like you have to convince yourself some of these jokes are funny. You're like, all right, that's good. All right. You're right, they're both fucking racist. Trump and Bloomberg, you know, they both sleep with the lights on because they are afraid of anything dark. You know that? Come on. Come on.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know if Bloomberg and Trump ever swapped wives, but we know they did swap political parties. Am I right? What the fuck?
All right.
And Mike Bloomberg was going to start a scam university just like Trump, and then he found out it couldn't be whites only. So he fucking... Fuck Bloomberg so hard.
Yes. Yes.
Because watch this. Watch what he has to say. He hates Donald Trump, though.
Now let's talk about intelligent cuts rather than the sequester.
So here he is talking about cutting Social Security and Medicare. You think I'm kidding? Watch this. This is what he has to say about Social Security.
Now let's talk about intelligent cuts rather than this sequestering thing which would devastate defense. There is a ways to slowly decrease the benefits or raise the eligibility age for Medicare and for Social Security. There's a ways to have more copay on Medicaid.
You know, there's something about a billionaire telling poor people they need to spend more for health care. Just feels right. What the fuck?
You know what I like? I like seeing two men who have sexually harassed women have a nice little conversation.
About cutting health care benefits.
Right, so Charlie Rose has been accused of sexual harassment, right? Loses his career. Guess where they're doing this show? In Bloomberg Studios.
Yes, that's where Charlie Rose used to tape his show, in Bloomberg Studios.
Which will do two things. One, the users of the service will pay a little more, but two, they'll think twice before they use services. So the services they use will be those that are really needed. And
So poor people will think twice before they go to the doctor. You know, because they don't think twice now before they go to the doctor. What a fucking unbelievable douchebag.
It's just nice that predators stick with predators.
Isn't it?
It's great because both Bloomberg and Trump are friends with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She's settled out of court for raping and trafficking Virginia Roberts.
Right.
Isn't that fantastic? They're so great. We have such diversity in our two parties. It's amazing.
So here is a complaint by a woman. On April 11th, 1995, at approximately 11:20 a.m., Bloomberg was having a photograph taken with two female company salespeople and a group of NYU business school students in the company's snack area. When Bloomberg noticed Garrison standing nearby, he asked, "Why didn't they ask you to be in the picture? I guess they saw your face." Continuing his penchant for ridiculing recently married women in his employ, Bloomberg asked the plaintiff, "How's married life? You're married, right?" Plaintiff responded that her marriage was great and was going to get better in a few months, that she was pregnant and the baby was due the following September. He responded to her, "Kill it." The plaintiff asked Bloomberg to repeat himself, and again he said, "Kill it," and muttered, "Great, number 16, suggesting to the plaintiff his unhappiness that 16 women in the company had maternity-related status, and then he walked away. So I think this is the perfect guy to go up against Trump. What do you think? What the fuck? They got a shittier Trump somehow. So this is what I told everybody. If you keep voting for the lesser of two evils, you're going to get a worse Trump. And this is a worse Trump, and he's in the Democratic fucking Party. I mean, I like being right, but this is ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. Nowhere else in America would we allow these are our two choices. There's nowhere. Can you imagine?
Nowhere.
Like, honey, it's date night. We need a sitter for the kids.
Yeah.
There's only two babysitters to choose from.
Right.
A pedophile and a meth head.
Ooh.
I go meth head, right? The guy's shaking around. The kids have activities. Maybe they get a face tattoo. I don't know. Lesser of two evils.
The house might be clean when you get home.
Yeah, the house will be
exactly.
clean. There'll be some holes in the backyard we can turn into fun things.
So Bloomberg instituted stop and frisk in minority neighborhoods, whereas Trump instituted it in dressing rooms with models. And here's the audio that got revealed this past week about Bloomberg talking about his great law enforcement policy, which basically terrorizes black people in their neighborhoods. Let's hear it. Here it is.
95% of your murderers and murder victims fit one MO. You can just take the description, Xerox it, and pass it out to all the cops. They are male minorities, 15 to 25. That's true in New York. It's true in virtually every city in America.
So he's saying the people who commit the crimes are black people between the ages of 15 and 25, and that's true in every city. That's the guy who's running the city saying that. If you're black and you're between these ages, you're my enemy, and I'm going to fuck with you. And boy, did he. What did they do?
And that's where the real crime is. You've got to get the guns out of the hands of the people that get killed. So you want to spend the money, have a lot of cops in the street, put those cops where the crime is, which means in minority neighborhoods. So
He says you put those cops where the crime is. You mean on Wall Street?
That would be amazing if they did stop and frisk on Wall Street. Hey, you, white guy in a suit, get the fuck against the wall. But I work for Merrill Lynch. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
But I'm wearing a suit. You're a mutt. Get up the wall.
Fuck. Let me show you my ID. Just oh, sorry, Wall Street fuckstick. You're done.
So there's a little more to this. Let's hear it.
this is one of the unintended consequences is people say, oh my God, you are arresting kids for marijuana. They're all minorities. Yes, that's true. Why? Because we put all the cops in the minority neighborhood.
He just says it. Yeah, we're arresting all the minority kids for marijuana. Why? Because that's where we put all the cops. So if you put cops in white neighborhoods and you stopped and frisked them, you'd probably find a lot of pot, cocaine, meth, and you could put them in jail, but they're white, and we don't give a fuck about them. We're going after the black people because I'm a white billionaire, and I'm a racist, and no one's willing to call me out for it while I'm fucking mayor.
And the DNC is completely corrupt and bankrupt. And that's why they welcome Mike Bloomberg into their party.
And anybody who criticized Mike Bloomberg stop and frisk, he would give them $1 billion, and then they would take that paragraph out of the report, like Nara Tanden did at the Center for American Progress when they did a report on the crime in New York City, and they took out all the shit they said about Mike Bloomberg because he gave them $500,000. That's how it works. That's how it works. So he's got a little bit more to say. Yeah, why do we do it? Because that's where all the crime is.
Yes, that's true. Why we do it? Because that's where all the crime is. And the way you get the guns out of the kids' hands is to throw them against the wall and frisk them.
That's how you do it. If you're black and you live in New York City and you're between the ages of 15 to 25, I'm going to throw you up against the wall and I'm going to frisk you and fuck you in your life and fuck you being terrorized. Fuck the Constitution and civil liberties and the basis of America. I'm going to terrorize you because you're black and I'm powerful. Go fuck yourself. That's Mike Bloomberg. That was unconstitutional.
And meanwhile, Bush and Obama give a combined $1.4 trillion to the real fucking criminals on Wall Street.
That's right.
They get our tax money while they're doing this stop and frisk shit. Just put that in fucking perspective.
I mean, if Mike Bloomberg wanted to have an honest campaign slogan, it really would be literally, fuck you, I'm powerful.
Yes.
That would just be the whole slogan.
I want to ask all the street gangs, how many foreclosures did they create?
Oh.
Oh, none? They didn't? They didn't create any foreclosures? Weird, because the two fucking corrupt parties in the banks created 6 million fucking foreclosures, and they bankrupted the fucking middle class of this country. So fuck Mike Bloomberg, and fuck his Wall Street buddies, and fuck Trump, and fuck the fucking Clintons, and all of their Epstein pedophile bullshit. Fuck the billionaire, pedophile, sex trafficking ruling class. They are fucking guilty until proven guilty.
Graham, you are right, and you're fired.
You ain't been doing nothing, you ain't been calling right.
Here he is talking about Trump. Want to hear him talk about Trump? Watch this.
I know Donald Trump. He's a great guy. He doesn't do everything he says, but he sure tries, and I'm a big fan of Donald Trump.
And now this is the guy running against us. Exactly right. So watch this. This is fun. So this woman decides she's had enough of him, and she's going to replace his placard on his. Watch this. She's going to replace.
Thanks, Swecker, for inviting me here tonight. What about another round of applause for her? Okay. Thanks, Swecker, for inviting me here.
God bless that woman. Isn't that awesome?
I just want to say that woman did that. It takes a lot of courage.
Yes.
Just so you know, that kind of shit takes a lot of courage because there are a lot of people in this universe that are sheep. And they look at that kind of moment, what she was doing is like, oh, that's so discourteous. Really, we don't have Medicare for all. We don't have a jobs program. We don't have people that are really taking care of our infrastructure and protecting the middle class and the people that are struggling. We have so many people that are $400 away from crisis. And when she does that, she is saying, fuck you to this power structure, and all of us need to do that.
Because you know who else?
Let them applaud.
You know who else was discourteous? Rosa fucking Parks was discourteous. You know what I'm saying?
Graham, did she have to do it all at once?
Yeah, I know. She's like, she's right. She was such a purity test moving to the front of the bus. It should have been like, Rosa, don't be. Your purity tests are so bad. In fact, why don't you move to the middle of the bus? You know what, Jimmy? Just be fair. Start at the back, move up one row at a time, get bipartisan support, and then we can. Let's not burn the whole house down.
You have to be so radical.
Yeah, causing
Right.
problems.
Our next live Jimmy Dore show, March 1st in Miami. Then we go to Minneapolis, Chicago, and everywhere in between. For all our tickets, for all our live shows, go to jimmydorecomedy.com. Plus, become a member. Become a premium member. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com/join. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.